Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Tom. Today is our unit on medicine, which is about drugs, hospitals, treatment, diseases, stuff like that. We're actually going down to Yunlin County in today's program, which is pretty good. We often talk about things about Taipei up here. That's where we are, you know. Of course, Yunlin is down in the south there. Great farming country there. A good cultural center. But also there's some kind of hospital down there called St. Joseph's Hospital. I don't know what it's called in Chinese, but evidently this is a pretty famous hospital, and it's been helping the people of Yunlin County for a very long time.
Wow, I didn't know about this. This is kind of fun to discover. It was founded quite a while ago in 1955. We're going to talk about some of the people who are important to getting this going. It's a nonprofit organization. And some of the folks are not from Taiwan. They're actually European. Quite a few people from Belgium, French-speaking country that has delicious, delicious waffles, I must say, and frites, which are French fries. Those are so good.
Yeah, actually, I've heard that French fries actually originally were not from France, but they were actually from Belgium.
They're very good.
But in any case, we might have time to talk about that. I'm not quite sure. But what we are going to talk about is this hospital down in Yunlin. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the history of St. Joseph's Hospital right now. We'll read through our article one time.
St. Joseph's Hospital was founded in Yunlin County in 1955. Since then, the doctors, nurses, and other workers there have saved lives, delivered babies, and cared for the people of Yunlin County and beyond. Its founder, Bishop Thomas Neo, watched it grow from a small hospital with 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and 10 nuns into a medical facility employing more than 700 people. In the 1950s, there was a terrible shortage of doctors and medical facilities in Taiwan. What's more, medical treatment was often too expensive for most people. Therefore, Bishop Neo founded St. Joseph's Hospital as a non-profit organization. To establish it, he asked the Catholic Church to provide experts. One of these was Father Antoine Pirot, a Dutch missionary who still lives in Taiwan to this day. Father Pirot and Father Georges Massin, a Belgian priest who became the hospital's first director, helped get the hospital up and running. Another key figure in the hospital's early days was Godelieve Francin, who arrived from Belgium in 1967. As a nurse and midwife, she was responsible for assisting in thousands of births during Taiwan's baby boom. She also helped meet the need for baby cradles by using desk drawers when necessary. Francin has officially retired, but still works as a chaplain for the hospital. Francin is not the only Belgian woman to make a mark at St. Joseph's. Father Massin also recruited Marguerite Billet, a certified pediatrician who came to Taiwan in 1980. Thanks to her hard work caring for premature newborns and sick children, Billet received a Medical Dedication Award in 2002. Father Pirot, Francin, and Billet are called the 3 treasures of St. Joseph's. Though Taiwan no longer lacks accessible medical care, they still ensure the hospital keeps the compassion, dedication, and family atmosphere that it started with in 1955.
Okay, everybody, the time has arrived for us to discuss the contents of today's lesson. We're talking about St. Joseph's Hospital, which is down in Yunlin County, actually in Huwei to be exact. And it's just down the street from the Puppet Theater Museum. If you happen to be down there, you could check out the hospital as well if you're getting sick. But this hospital has been around since 1955, and it's been helping the people of Yunlin ever since that time. Now, here's the first paragraph. It does tell us that St. Joseph's Hospital was founded in Yunlin County way back. in 1955. So, gee, I'm not good at mathematics, but that was a long time ago, over half a century ago. And since then, the doctors, nurses, and other workers there have saved lives, they've delivered babies, and they've cared for the good people of Yunlin County and beyond. So I suppose that if you're from nearby Tainan or Zhanghua or places like that and you don't have a hospital to go to, hey, you could head down to St. Joseph's and they'll welcome you with open arms. So again, it was established in 1955. And since that time, we've got doctors, we've got nurses and other specialists. They've been working there to do various things that those kinds of people do. They care for people. They save lives. They also deliver babies. Okay, that does not mean that somebody gave birth to a baby at the hospital and then they sent the baby out to somebody's house in some kind of van or something, just like delivering pizza or something. No, in this particular case, it means that the doctors actually assisted the mother in giving birth to the baby in that special room there, and they cut the umbilical cord and they removed this placenta and all that kind of stuff that they do during delivery.
Right. That just happens to be the verb we use. Who delivered your baby? The doctor or the nurse who worked on you would be the person who delivered your baby. They cared for the people of Yunlin County and beyond. So not just that county, but parts outside the county as well. Now, its founder is the person who established something. You can be a founder of a company, a founder of an organization, a founder of a club at school, perhaps. The founder is a person who founded something. To found something is not the past tense of to find. The founder or to found something means to set something up for the first time. To establish it. His name was Bishop Thomas Neo, and he watched it grow from just a really small hospital with very few people, 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and 10 nuns. Those nuns coming from the Catholic Church grew from this small hospital into a medical facility, employing more than 700 people. Wow, it grew pretty fast and grew into a really large hospital, you could say. If it's medical, it means it's associated with something to do with medicine. Maybe you have some medical training, but you're not a nurse or a doctor, but you know how to help people if there's an emergency. And if you employ someone, you give them work. The person who employs you is called the employer. And if you're employed, it means you have employment or a job, which gives you some money to live on.
Right, to employ, that means to hire somebody, to give them a job, and you, of course, are an employee if you work for somebody. So, again, the founder was Bishop Thomas Neo. If you're a bishop, that means you're in the Catholic Church, usually. I guess the Mormon Church also has bishops as well.
We have bishops, too.
I don't know if other Protestant religions have bishops or not.
Don't think
but
so.
In any case, he didn't actually sit there and watch it grow. He was just there during the time it developed from this very small hospital with a very small staff, and it grew into a big medical facility. Medical means having to do with medicine and stuff like that. And a facility, of course, is the actual building itself.
Yeah.
And, of course, I guess if they have more than one building, then you can say facilities. But if it's one building, then you use the singular, a medical facility. And, of course, lots of people work there. 700 people work there now.
Wow.
They make their livings there. So you can expect lots of patients to pass in and out of that hospital every day.
Now, in the second paragraph, we're going to go back in history and talk about what it was like in the 1950s. Back then, there was a terrible shortage of doctors and medical facilities in Taiwan, meaning we didn't have enough doctors or hospitals or even clinics for people to go see someone when they were physically sick or ill or in trouble. If you have a shortage, it means you don't have enough of something. We often have water shortages around the world, especially in California. For some reason, they don't have enough water. We even have water shortages here in Taiwan, and we're an island surrounded by water. But if you don't have enough of something, it's called a shortage. You could also say, you know, I'm short on cash this week. I don't have enough cash. Or, yeah, we're short on butter. I can't make the cookies if I don't have more butter. So you can be short on something or have a shortage of something.
You wouldn't say I have a shortage of butter, though. You would say, as you said, short on butter.
Yeah, shortage is like a serious problem, right?
Yeah, usually something you need or everybody needs, like, like you said, water or things like
bread.
that. Yeah, bread. There could be bread shortages or oil shortages during times of war.
Sure.
And, of course, after typhoons, there can be shortages on various kinds of fruits and vegetables.
Sure.
Because they get damaged because of the typhoon. So, in any case, back in the 1950s, hey, they did not have enough doctors, and they did not have enough clinics, and they did not have enough hospitals. And what's more, or even worse, medical treatment was often too expensive for most people. So if you had an accident or if you were sick or something, it was kind of like, well, I'm waiting to die, or my leg is going to fall off. I can't get any treatment because it's just too expensive. Treatment means you actually go and see a doctor or a nurse or some kind of specialist, and they treat your problem. They give you stitches if you've cut your skin open. They give you medicine if you have a headache or something like that. If you have diabetes, they give you insulin or whatever. You get medical treatment. You could also say medical care.
Yeah, so it was a hard time back then because we had this shortage of doctors and medical facilities and treatment. So therefore, it says, this Bishop Neo founded St. Joseph's Hospital as a nonprofit organization. If something's nonprofit, it means their goal is not to make money, but to achieve other things like helping people. Charities are all nonprofit organizations. And it's a good thing that he came along because he helped the area quite a bit. We're going to talk more about Bishop Neo and how he founded or established St. Joseph's Hospital. But as we always do, guys, we're going to listen to our Chinese teacher for a bit. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. 今天我们要看的是第9单元。好，今天这个主题和医疗有关。大家有听过一个医院叫做 St. Joseph's Hospital 吗？可能没有。这个中文我们翻成若瑟医院。这个若瑟医院的地点呢，在云林。好，我们来看看它的一些重要的成就，还有一些默默为大家的医疗健康服务的这些人，他们伟大的事迹。好，这边呢，一开始就告诉大家，的确，若瑟医院它成立得很早哦。它在1955年就成立了。那个时候其实医生医疗人员是非常的不够的，而若瑟医院的创办人这位人士，他呢是 Bishop Thomas Neo。 不过牛慧清主教他当时一开始只有2位医生、2位护理师、10位修女，而今天呢，他可是一位超过700个人的一个医疗结构。好，我们来看看这个段落里面的几个重要的文法。第一个 since， 我们知道1955年是他成立的那一年，而从那个时候开始，这个 since 就是一个重要的，我们加一个时间的所谓的连接词。不过要记得 since 用的时候，它的后面的句子主要句要用完成式。所以呢，在后面这个动词用到 have saved lives 这个地方，注意到就是完成式咯。再来，我们还要往下看一个文法，就是说到牛慧清主教他看着这个医院成长。 watch 这个字它实际上是实义动词，而实义动词有个特色，就是你看着谁做什么事，它的后面如果是主动语态的话是原形动词，所以你看到 grow G-R-O-W 它是一个原形动词。好，那这边还有一个地方就是说到这个若瑟医院它成长为一个所谓的医疗机构，然后呢 employing 注意到后面这个 employ 加了 ing， 为什么呢？因为 employ 加 ing 是一个分词，它用来修饰它是什么样的医疗机构。换句话说，如果要把它解释成为一个子句也可以，我们可以说 a medical facility which employs。我们再来往下读，下面这一段就提到，在当时其实台湾呢医疗太贵了，那所以呢，这位主教牛主教呢，他呢就用非盈利机构的方式成立若瑟医院。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the break there. And we're going to resume with our lesson here. We talked about Bishop Neo. He founded St. Joseph's Hospital as a non-profit organization way back in 1955. Now, to establish it, establish here is something similar to found. You basically set it up, you organize it, and you start construction of it. He asked the Catholic Church to provide experts. So if you're a bishop, you're oftentimes part of the Catholic Church. So he thought, the good people of Yunlin, they work hard, they're good people, but they can't get decent medical treatment. We need to set up this hospital. I gotta have some help, so I'm gonna ask the church, the Catholic Church, way back in the Vatican. Maybe I can even ask the Pope himself, hey, can you provide some experts? I can't do this myself. I know we need a hospital, but I really don't know how to set it up.
Right.
I don't know where to find doctors. So yeah, please send me some help. Give me some experts to help me establish this hospital.
Well, one of the experts that was helpful was someone named Father Antoine Pierrot. So father means a title in the Catholic Church, kind of like priest. I don't think father is as high as bishop, though. Bishop is a pretty high level in the Catholic Church. So he came along. He was a Dutch missionary. Missionaries go to a country. It could be their own country, or they go abroad and they teach other people about their religion. These are Christian missionaries. And he still is alive, and he lives in Taiwan to this day. If someone lives somewhere to this day, they've been here and they haven't left in all that time.
Wow.
We've got Father Pierrot and Father Georges Massin. All these are French names, sorry guys. A Belgian priest who became the hospital's first director, and he actually helped get the hospital up and running. We use this phrase to get something up and running to say you get something so that you can actually maybe start doing business, or maybe you have a charity that's up and running. It means it's working. Yeah, you can use it. So get it up and running so people can come and get some medical help.
Get that hospital up and running, get it operating and stuff so people can come in and have their problems taken care of. Another key figure in the hospital's early days was Godelieve Française. I hope I said that.
Godelieve Française.
Okay, that sounds right. Je ne parle pas français.
I don't speak French.
I don't speak French, but in any case, this is a figure here, a key figure. A figure in this particular case refers to a person playing some kind of role. Okay?
Yeah.
A figure could refer to actually a number. Please give me the figures from last year's sales. I need to do some research on them, but in this particular case, the word figure refers to an actual person, again, somebody playing a very important role. So this key figure, this important person in the early days of the hospital was this woman with this really strange name that I can't pronounce because it's in French, and I've never studied French before, and I'm probably never going to, but Stephanie knows about these things.
Godelieve Française. I'm not quite sure how Godelieve pronounces her last name, but I'm going to guess Française. So we're going to go with that. And they arrived coming from Belgium, which is there in Europe, in 1967. So she was a nurse and midwife. If you see this word midwife, it's somebody who helps women deliver babies. So we need a lot of midwives back then, especially because there weren't a lot of doctors. So a lot of women would have babies at home using someone called a midwife. The plural form is midwives, just like the word wife is plurals wives. So she was responsible for helping or assisting in thousands of births during Taiwan's baby boom. When a country has a period of time where there are lots of kids born, in America it was in the 50s, I think we had a baby boom, and we call them the baby boomers, those people that were born during that time. Looks like Taiwan also had a baby boom back in, I would say, maybe the late 60s, 70s, right? Because Go to leave arrived in 1967.
Makes sense. After World War II, people had more time on their hands, so they started making babies and having big families and stuff like that. So she assisted in thousands of births. To assist means to help.
Help out.
To help out. So somebody's like the doctor's doing all the main work, but then the midwife does the assisting. Although my understanding is midwives actually are qualified to do the whole thing themselves as well. So you don't necessarily need the doctor. But she helped, she assisted, or even did the whole job herself for thousands of births during the baby boom, which occurred in Taiwan during that time. She also helped meet the need for baby cradles by using desk drawers when necessary. So if you meet the need, that means there's a need, there's a requirement. People need this thing. They can't live without it. So you meet that need. You provide them with what they need. They needed baby cradles, a small bed for a baby. And I guess at the time they didn't have enough of them. They couldn't make them with rattan or whatever. So they actually used desk drawers.
Wow.
We can put all these documents on the floor or in boxes. It doesn't matter. Here's a desk drawer. You can use it as a cradle.
Isn't that cute? Those little babies are so tiny they can fit into a drawer. It wouldn't be very comfortable. I'm sure they put some blankets in there. Now, Francais, this lady has officially retired. She's no longer working, but still works as a chaplain for the hospital. A chaplain is someone who is assigned either in the military or even a hospital to help people with religious needs. They are someone you can talk to or pray with, things like that. You'll find them in hospitals and again in the military. Now, in the next paragraph, it says she was not the only Belgian woman to make a mark at St. Joseph's. If you make a mark somewhere, guys, you do something people remember you for. So you do something good to make a mark. I wanted to mention here, if you're from the country of Belgium with an M at the end, then the adjective form that's used for people from that area is Belgian. With an N, kind of weird.
You got it. So she made her mark. She made a contribution at St. Joseph's. And then we back to Father Masson again. He also recruited Marguerite Billier. Did I say that right?
Marguerite Billier.
Okay, good enough there. So to recruit here means that you basically find someone for the job and you bring them in, you hire them. So she recruited this person who was a certified pediatrician. If you're certified, that means you've got the qualifications. You went to a certified school and graduated and got your diploma. You got your degree. And in this particular case, it's a pediatrician, and that is a doctor who specializes in diseases relating to children. Okay, so this is a pediatrician taking care of all those newborn babies that came into being during Taiwan's baby boom.
Yeah, pediatricians probably are your doctor for kids from their very birth. So they're looking at newborns, probably up to, I would say, teenagers. Yeah, pediatricians. Thanks to her hard work caring for premature newborns and sick children, Billier received a medical dedication award back in 2002. We also call premature newborns preemies.
Okay.
If you ever hear that word, that's a newborn that was born before the 9 months were over, and they need extra help sometimes with their lungs and things. So she was so good that they gave her an award. If you're dedicated and you're showing dedication, it means you use a lot of your time to help out somewhere. So she was given an award for doing great work. An award is some sort of prize or maybe even a certificate that acknowledges something that you did. So good for her.
Exactly. Again, back to Father Pierrot. Did I say that right? Okay, Français and Billier are called the three treasures. No, I'm sorry. Are called the three treasures of St. Joseph. So they call these people the treasured people of St. Joseph's Hospital. I guess that's a deserved accolade, a deserved recognition.
Cool.
And though Taiwan no longer lacks accessible medical care, they still ensure the hospital keeps the compassion, dedication, and family atmosphere atmosphere that it started way back in 1955. So they don't, Taiwan does not really lack accessible medical care. The national medical insurance here is the envy of the world in a lot of ways. But still, they've got this compassion, this dedication, and the family atmosphere. If you go to this hospital, it gives you a feeling that you're home, you're not in some factory or something like that. The atmosphere refers to just the general feeling of a place.
Yeah, we often will use it to talk about what a restaurant's atmosphere is like or a party's atmosphere is like. It also refers to the air around the earth, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about something that just gives you that feeling of wherever you are. Sometimes at work, it's a pretty tense atmosphere if people don't get along, but in this particular hospital, it had a great atmosphere where families felt welcomed. Right now, guys, we're going to listen one more time to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back to wrap this up.
好，我们继续往下读。提到若瑟医院呢，为了要成立这个医院 ，to 我们知道放在句首就等于 in order to， 为了要达到什么目的？好，为了要建这家医院，当然他必须要找医生，所以呢，他找来了毕耀远神父，然后呢，这位神父现在还住台湾哦。那此外还有一位松桥神父，这两位神父呢，等于是一起在这边帮忙若瑟医院，让它成为继续今天能够运转这样子的规模。那此外还有没有？我们看到刚刚说完了两位之后，下一段他写 another key figure， 换句话说，不止前面这里还有第三位。那这一位呢，就是方秀仁。好，对于他的身份，这边下面有做说明，提到他是一位护理师，他是一位助产士，然后他协助了很多的婴儿在台湾平安的出世。那这边呢，他还讲到最有趣的一点，也就是很辛苦的，在当时他还必须要用书桌的抽屉来当做婴儿床。那讲到这位方秀仁，他就说到他其实真的是很伟大，而且他虽然已经退休了，还在若瑟医院里面担任关怀师。好，那讲到这边，我们注意两个地方。这个地方第一个就是提到说，他用那个书桌的抽屉来当婴儿床，这里用到 when necessary。 我们知道 when necessary 它其实这种是一种插入句的用法，当然它本身就是一个片语，如果你真的要完整来讲，你可能是要说 when it is necessary。 不过我们呢就是省略了不需要的主词，因为 it、is 这两个字不讲也是很清楚。 when necessary, when possible, if necessary, if possible, if any, if yes, if no。 我们其实这种省略句的，像这种缩减成为片语的用法，在语气上补充说明，在英文里面常见。好，那我们还要看第二个，就是所谓的关怀师，这种词汇在我们平常可能也很少用到，他用的字 chaplain。 那接下来谈到了方秀仁，我们还有一位女性也要注意，这位是叶秀珍。那她可是一位有执照合格的小儿科医师，那也是因为她，所以说台湾当然有很多的早产儿、生病的孩童都受到很好的医疗照顾，而且她也得到了医疗奉献奖。那看到这个地方有一个词叫 thanks to， 我们知道 thanks to 就是多亏幸好有谁，它后面是接名词的。 OK， 我们下次见。
That's all the time we have for today, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again next time. And we wish you the best of health. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.